Breaking: DCP Kyari, Dariye, Nyame missing after attack on Kuje facility. Some high-profile inmates at the Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja, may have escaped Tuesday night's attack on the facility by some gunmen. The attacks, which lasted some hours, were said to have been resisted by military personnel and prison guards on duty. Sources said Deputy Commissioner of Police Kyari and his men who were in the facility may have escaped from the facility. Gunmen bombarded the facility with bombs and explosives on Tuesday night. Former Plateau State Governor Joseph Dariye and his Taraba counterpart Jolly Nyame, who had been granted pardon by the National Council of States, were also in the facility. The federal government was yet to effect their release as at the time of the attacks. Sources within the facility confided in the nation that beside the high-profile inmates, some terrorists and other criminals might have escaped in the thickness of the darkness and the gunfire from the attackers. However, as of the time of filing this report, there was no official confirmation on the number of escapees and their profiles. A source told our correspondent it will be difficult to confirm if Kyari and his men were evacuated for safety before the attackers gained entrance into the facility. If they were evacuated, it means some people got information of what was about to happen. And so for them not to be within the facilities at the time of the attack, then something calls for question. They need to ask questions, what happened? He also said same applied to the former governors, the public relations officers of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Francis Enobore, and his FCT junior officer, Mr. Humphrey Chukwendo, will not be reached for further comment. The Kuje Medium Custodians Centers came under heavy bombardment by terrorists. The attackers, which caught the guards off guard on facility unaware, threw the entire area into confusion. It was learned that the first explosion, a high-capacity bomb, went off around 10:25. Some account that it was followed by a second and third blast, as well as sporadic gunshots, which left the residents scampering into safety. Security report that alerted officials of the possible attack on the facility. It could not be ascertained if steps were taken to prevent the attack as of the time of this report. Well, some people have reacted, but the issue for me is, with the high profile of people in that correctional center, how come? What are the facilities in place to safeguard? I thought by now an armored tank, this is not the first time Kuje prison will be attacked. By now, armored tank should be stationed in that facility, CCTV camera everywhere to monitor invaders and to repel them before they cause havoc. Well, it's good news that those high-profile people were either evacuated or they were not killed in that prison. Otherwise, it will have turned to another thing. When you read what is happening in this country and how we are planning to make the same mistake again out of sentiment, you ask, what do we really want as a people? That is a big question. Do we even know what we want as a people? If you know what we want as a people, a set of people have been terrorizing this country in the last 10 years. Prison attacks has been consistent in the last 1.5 years, and nobody seems to have solution on how to repel these attackers. Is it that they have more intelligence than our security apparatus? Is our security architecture so loose that we don't know how to control or curtail invaders? However, very soon they will just hear that these guys entered Aso Rock or enter government house in any of the state of federation and wreck whatever havoc they want to wreck. Nyame and Dariye can never do that. And why did you mention Kyari? He's in Kuje prison, so it needs to be mentioned if he's still there or not. Well, this country will need to get things right, and there should be consequences when things are not done properly. Very dubious. Now it is crystal clear that it was a planned attack by those in charge. Soldiers resisted the attack. They knew about the attack before it happened, and yet the prison is right inside the town. How did it happen? How did they escape? Those prisoners that escaped, how did they escape? Was there a vehicle that conveyed them? How come nobody was able to trace the vehicle? How come nobody was able to stop them? Nigeria. Nigerians are aware that there was an attack at Kuje prison. Calm down, give us, and they will come and tell us what happened later. APC and its called is a party for bandits and terrorists. Nigeria, I salute you now. Well done. This is just a setup. No one can believe this. They just offered them a way to escape. That's all. What a shame. While mentioning those governors that escaped, they have already been pardoned and should have been released. Trying to cover eyes with cotton wool for a well-orchestrated and evil agenda. God is watching and is in control. Well, God is watching and is in control, but things that we need to do by ourselves, we will not come down to do it for us. We need to get it right in this country. If there have been consequences on all the prisons that have been attacked since after NSAS and nothing has happened to those in charge, then it will continue. But if those in charge have been properly punished for not living up to responsibilities, I am sure this kind of thing will not continue. And then what are the things in place to checkmate them? Is it that this just happened in this country, we just talk about it and that is the end? There's no measurement, there's no plan to mitigate against them. This country, honestly, sometimes when you hear a lot of things, you begin to wonder, are we in a sane society? Well, what is your own comment on this? Kindly make it known as you subscribe to my page. Thank you, good day, and God bless.